You know, what this movie taught me the most is if there's a big natural disaster that happens where I live, I am completely unprepared for it. So San Andreas is the first disaster film of the summer, and it stars Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Carla Gugino, and Alexandra Daddario. So basically, after a massive earthquake hits California, Dwayne Johnson's character, Ray, has to go off on a mission to save his daughter. Going into this film, I expected to see a typical disaster film, and after watching this movie, it's a typical disaster film. It's very predictable. The characters go from getting out of, one situation straight into another one. But that being said, I had fun with this film. I expected a movie that had, not a very, complicated plot, very simple, and it gave it to me. The dialogue in this movie is nothing special. I mean, there's just one scene with Paul Giamatti where he discovers what's gonna hit California, and his assistant's like, well, who do we call? He delivers a line in a way that, every disaster film does. This very long dramatic pause and turns to the camera and goes, everyone. I mean, it's just stuff like that I was totally expecting. I got what I wanted from the movie. Let me talk about the VFX in this movie. There are times in this movie where the visual effects seem pretty convincing, but then there are other times where it's like, they couldn't spend a little bit more time and money on that shot and make it a little bit more believable. Some of my favorite VFX shots in this movie are the very big wide aftermath shots where you see all the fire and the smoke, and then there's this earthquake wave that hits the city of Los Angeles and San Francisco. But then there are other shots like the opening scene in this movie where this car tumbles into over a cliff, and it's just like, ooh, that doesn't look very good. That's the VFX you're gonna lead off with, and hopefully the whole movie isn't like this, and it wasn't. But there are other shots like that throughout the film, and you can definitely tell what shots got more money, what other shots got less money. I'm not gonna talk too much about the actors' performances or the character development in this film, because that's not what I went to this film for. But Dwayne Johnson's character, it's not like he's the only person that could have played this character, because I'm sure they could have put somebody else in, but putting Dwayne Johnson in this one, it gives a little bit more star power, and having him in the film, it was a lot of fun. I'm a fan of Dwayne Johnson. I can't wait to see him as Black Adam in the Shazam movie. It's 4 or 5 years away, but what are you gonna do? And how this movie is paced, I kind of had a little bit of issue with that, because you go from having this big sequence of destruction and fire and explosion, and then it hits the point where they want to give you a bit more backstory behind the characters, and I get why they want to do that. They want you to feel for Dwayne Johnson's character, give him a little bit more validation to why he's doing what he's doing. Again, that's not what I wanted to go see this movie for, which basically leads me to the biggest point of this film, and why I liked it more than I did, is this movie knew what it wanted to be, and it didn't try to be any more than that. I wanted to go see a summer popcorn flick where I can just sit down for 2 hours, turn my brain off, and enjoy what's happening in front of me. And that's what this movie was. And if you go into this movie expecting more than that, you're gonna be disappointed. I mean, I can remember back when I went to go see another film that Paul Giamatti was in called Shoot 'Em Up, and all my friends came out of that movie like, man, that movie was so stupid. Why the hell did we go see this? And I was the only one in my group of friends I liked it. I had fun with it. So final thoughts. This movie is a typical disaster film. It's very predictable. The VFX are kind of hit and miss, but I had fun with this movie. It's a very simple plot. You don't have to think too much in this film, so I'm giving San Andreas a good game. So, San Andreas, have you seen it? What did you think, man? And also, what is your favorite disaster film? Whatever it is, comment below, tell me your thoughts. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Do me a favor, hit that like button below. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. And of course, if you like this, you can click right here and see more videos. Bye, Andrew.